Okay, so next topic is the machine learning linear regression. So the term regression is used when you try to find the relationship between the variables. So we had the lesson last time about the linear function, and I already discussed what is the linear function, and it deals also, or it try to find the relationship between the two variables. So in linear or in machine learning class and in statistical modeling, that relationship is used to predict the outcome of future events. So buot silingon class, kung may ara kita relationship nga makita, we can use it to predict the outcomes, no? So linear regression, a linear regression uses a relationship between the data points to draw a straight line through all them, and this can be used to predict the future values. Okay, so just like this example, okay, so we have this graph. So machine learning predicting the future is very important. Okay, so how does it work? So in Python, there are two methods for finding relationship between data points and to draw a line of a linear regression. We will show how to use this method instead of going through the mathematical formula. Na? So in this example below, the x-axis represent the age and the y-axis represent the speed. So we have registered the age of and speed of 13 cars as they were passing a toll booth. Let us see if the data we collected could be used in linear regression. So in this example, we'll try to run. No? So we have this graph. So we will try to check if there is a relationship. No? Import SciPy and draw the line for regression. Okay, so we have this plot lang, no? Scatter, we use scatter. And we use a plot, no? To check if there is a, we use the SciPy, okay? SciPy library to put a line, no? So, paano ina? So, we get the slope, the intercept, no? And the R, the P, the standard deviation error, and the statistical line gress. So, first we import the module as we need, no? So, import the matplotlib .pyplot as PLT and SciPy import stats. So that create the array that represent the value of x and the y-axis. Execute the method that return the important key values of linear regression, which is this slope, the intercept, the R, the P, standard deviation error. So amo ni siya class, no? This is the important key values of the linear regression. And create a function that uses the slope and the intercept value to return the new value. Okay, then this new value represent where the y-axis correspond to the x value will be placed. So then we create a function that uses the slope and intercept value to return the new value. So this new value represent where the y-axis corresponding x value will be placed. So for example, this one, no? So we have the create the my function x and return the slope, no? And the intercept, and then run each value of x array through the function. This will result a new array with the new values for y-axis. And then draw the original scatter plot, and then draw the line of the linear regression, and then display the diagram. So, amo na siya class ang iyang result. Okay? And, of course, for the relationship, it is important to know how the relationship between the values of x and the values of y. If there are no relationship, the linear regression cannot be used to predict anything. So, we have to know, no? Kaya na-plot na natin siya, we display the linear regression, but we have to know if there is a relationship para at least mabalaan natin kung linear regression can be used to predict the relationship between the x and y. So, this relationship, the coefficient of correlation is called R. The R value ranges from -1 to 1, where 0 means no relationship, and 1 and -1 means 100% related. Python and SciPy module to will compute the value for you. Okay? And all you have to do is to feed it with the x and y values. Okay? So, paano yun na siya? Okay, so negative 0.75. So, that means no relationship. Tama ba? The result, negative 0.75 show that there is a relationship, not perfect, but it can indicate that this could use linear regression in the future prediction. Pwede. Pero as you can see, no, may ara kita nga kuan, no, there is a R value ranges -1 to 1. So, -1 to 1 is, that means where 0 means no relationship. Okay? And of course, kung ara naman kita sa 1, okay, and 1 and 1 means, sorry, I misunderstood. So that means to say, kung pina siya kalapit sa negative or sa 0, there is no relationship, no? And kung ara naman siya class sa may 1 or -1 means 100% related. So in this case, ara siya po -0.7. So lapit naman lang siya sa 1. So that means there is a relationship, no? Not really perfect, kasi wala kalabot sa 1 or -1. However, may relationship at it could be used in the future prediction. Okay, so now proceed, no? Predict future values. Now we can use the information we have gathered to predict the future value. So, example, let us try to predict the speed of the 10 years old car. To do so, we need to the same function. So, function from the example above. Okay, so we want to predict the speed of 10 years old car. So the speed is 85.59, and in this one, so of course we use the same function and we get the linear regression line, no? This is important, and we have the value, and we have the 10 as my function. No, function, this is the, we have to get the, or the function to represent the ano tawag ni sa aton nga age. Okay, so in this case, what we are trying to do is to predict the speed of 10 years old car. So 85.59, which is could be this one, no? This value 85.6 is this, no? So ari siya ang iya nga example prediction. The speed is 85. This could be also be read in a diagram, so pwede man natin siya makita, na? So there is a relationship. Bad fit. So let us create an example where linear regression would not be best method for prediction for future values. So we can also test, no, by using the, or by verifying the values like this, no, kung magamit ba siya as to predict the value, no, kung there is a relationship, no, stat line regress. Okay, so amo ni siya ang aton gina-try nga i-check, no. So kung ang result is amo ni lapit siya sa 1 or 1 or -1, so there is a relationship. But now we need to find the fit, no? So let us create an example where linear regression could be not be best method to use. So this is the value of x and y should result in very bad fit for linear regression. So like this one, and of course hindi siya amo na, no? And of course there is no this is what we call as bad fit. Okay? Kay hindi siya ano gitawag ni ang value niya is ara siya sa ano gitawag ni very very low R na, or teka lang, very low R. Okay, yes, correct. And the R for relationship, no? And for this one, the result is 0.01 indicate a very bad relationship. Tell us that this data will not be suitable. So, ang sakainat nga data naton class, using this data, there is a relationship. Kay when we get the linear points, negative 0.7 siya. But in this case, it returns the value of 0.013, which is near to 0 and not near to 1. So, we call it bad fit, or there is no, or the data cannot be used or to predict, no? Or linear regression cannot be used to predict the relationship between the two variables. Okay? So I hope you understand.